coming back to school with me. We could have done it all so easily.
Hi, my name is Craig Thompson Wood. I'm your host with Teaching with Board Games. And today I want to talk to you about the upcoming holiday season. And then during the season, there's going to be a lot of gift exchanges and things, people buying gifts. And I know with the COVID pandemic and everything right now that maybe people are looking for alternatives to perhaps going to the store. And a lot of people may be looking to Amazon. And my purpose today is to talk to you about alternatives to Amazon and reasons why maybe Amazon is not your best choice. I made a top 10 list for today, and in the top 10, it's not in any real particular order. It's not like number 6 is more important than number 7 or anything like that. They are just what they are. Just 10 things I came up with. So the reason of this list today is just to talk about why it is important to shop locally instead of giving your money to Amazon. My number 10 is that Amazon already has billions of dollars. Do they really need more? Are they really suffering for this? If anything, the whole pandemic has helped them because of the fact that more people want to buy online. Some people were buying online just because they were stuck at home and felt a little bit bored. So I really don't think that Amazon is all that desperate. Which brings me to the number 9, which is the flip side of that, which is our local stores. With the pandemic shutdown, people aren't going out as much. People are, some stores were shut down, or at least their businesses have been reduced in their function in terms of, how they can operate. They can't just have people coming in all the time, or they have to limit the number of people that they have coming in. So they need our business more than ever. I think that it's very important that we keep these small businesses alive by going to them, giving them our business, giving them our money. So my number 8 reason for not shopping with Amazon is that you should be supporting your local community. When you buy from a small business, you're supporting the businesses of that community. They in turn can then support other businesses within that community, and it helps keep the money in your own community. Bring me to number 7 then, that when you shop within your own community and everybody shops within the own community, it makes that community stronger because the money stays there, the money continues to grow, and everybody helps each other out within that community. Which then in turn ties in with number 6, which means that you strengthen that community, the whole community, this sense of community of everybody helping one another out, getting to know each other, getting to know the businesses that are around you. Rather than shopping with the big names, the big corporations, keep your money to the smaller businesses, and in this instance that I'm talking about here, talking about those local game stores. And number 5 on my list then is, as you get to know your local community and you know your local game stores, get to know the people that are inside there too. The people that are in the game stores, one benefit they have that Amazon doesn't necessarily have is the ability to talk to somebody, to make recommendations. You can go to the person in the game store and say, you know what, I played these games, I have these kinds of people in my home, these kinds of people that I'm buying for, what can you recommend? And they can make educated recommendations based on what you're looking for. Amazon's not going to be able to provide that. They may have user reviews, you may do your own research, whatever, and then buy the games, but overall, it's just not the same as being able to talk to somebody and discuss who's knowledgeable on the topic of what games might suit your needs. So a local game store can do that. Amazon cannot. And if you're concerned about the fact that you don't want to go out, well, there is always the option of calling the local game store on the phone and finding out if they do delivery. Some might. Some may do shipping, some may do even delivery to local addresses. So best to call and find out. I know that there's a couple stores in the GTA and they do shipping, as well as Level Up Games does delivery to local addresses. So please call your local game store and find out if they have those options. It's if you want to get things sent directly to your home for sake of convenience or not wanting to go out, then there is that option. So please do check that out because some will offer 2-door delivery. Next on the list is the fact that Amazon has a lot of waste. When you're buying something from Amazon, you're not only getting the box and the packaging of the box and the game and everything that's within it, which sometimes has a lot of plastic wrap and baggies and bits that you're going to be throwing out, cardboard, etc. But then they're also going to have the cardboard box that comes in, plus all the bubble wrap. It just creates a lot of additional waste that is just unnecessary at this time. I think we need to be reconsidering how we do things in terms of our waste, and by not using Amazon, we can actually reduce the waste that we bring into our home and that we produce as individuals. My number 2 reason then for not shopping with Amazon, while some people look to Amazon for getting a deal, sometimes you're not getting a deal. again, doing your homework, finding out from your local game store how much they're charging. And again, I mean, if it's maybe even a dollar or two more, is it not worth it to keep your money within your own community, perhaps even your own country? If you're like me and from Canada, if I'm buying from Amazon, I'm giving my money to an American company. I would rather keep the money here within Canada and especially within my own community, and support those people within my own community. So if it means that I have to pay even a dollar or two more than what I could find it on for Amazon, that's a no-brainer for me. I would absolutely want to do that. Honestly, from my experience, it's going to be a rare instance when you find a game that is significantly cheaper than when you can buy it for in a local game store. And often it's much more expensive. And my number one reason for shopping with local game stores, and perhaps, I said it was in no particular order, but perhaps this is the strongest reason I have, is when you consider when you are buying from a business. If you buy from Amazon or another business, they're seeking to make profit. I mean, that's just the nature of business. But when you give your money to Amazon, what do their profits go to? Corporate bonuses and other things. I mean, they already have so much money. When you're buying from a local store, where do their profits go to? Often back into the business, paying off maybe loans and things they have set off against even starting up the business, or paying employees, or just putting food on their own table. These are people working hard just to make a living, whereas Amazon is well beyond that. I think it's important that we support the people who need the support most. In this, if we think about the time of year, this holiday season, with all the different types of holidays we have, they all speak to charity and giving back and helping those who are less fortunate. Now, I'm not saying that all our businesses are less fortunate, but they're certainly not as fortunate as Amazon, and they could certainly use our support more than Amazon could. So that's my top 10 list then of reasons why you should buy from a local game store and not from Amazon. So if you have any questions about local game stores in your area, please feel free to contact me. I can help you look up in your area any stores that might be available. If you're living in the GTA, Greater Toronto Area, I know on the East End you have Board Game Bliss. Downtown you have 401 Games, and you have Meeple Mart. On the north end of Toronto, 407 and Keele, I think it is. There's another satellite store for 401 Games. On the west end, you have X Planet Games at 401 and Dixie, and then you have Level Up Games, which is at Mavis and Dundas area. So there's a lot of great stores that are out there, and that's just naming a few that sort of come to my mind. My apologies for anybody in the GTA if I don't know of your store, or if you want anybody, please, if you're seeing this and you want to mention your local game store in the comment section below, please do that. Say what city you're in and state or province, and what is the great local game store in your area. Maybe this could be helpful to people who are looking for a place to shop. You can maybe make that recommendation for them, and that can help us out too. Just that sense of community and giving back, and let's all help one another. Let's help those small local businesses, those local game stores, to be successful. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today. I'm doing my videos on a weekly basis. My topics are all around gamification, game-based learning, and with a theme around education. Today's wasn't so much education-based, but still looking at games and making some choices as we purchase games for whatever purpose. I mean, any games that you're playing are always going to have some educational benefit, no matter what intent you're buying them for. They just are. And if you have any ideas for things you might like to see on the channel, please leave me a message in the comment section below. Until next time, I'm Craig Thompson Wood, your host with Teaching with Board Games, saying thanks for coming to the classroom.
Are you coming back to school with me?